Hi guys and welcome back to another DrAce video, and today we're going to be playing MotoGP 22. It's now time for round 13 of our MotoGP Championship. It is time for the British GP of Silverstone. Well, it's certainly good to be home, and it's good to be starting on the front row in our home track of the Silverstone. So here we go then. Jack Miller in pole. He weaves over to the right hand side, and we will go for power setting 1 only for this race here in Silverstone. Now, if you haven't followed this championship so far, I am only using power setting 1 to make things interesting and to keep things competitive with the 120% difficulty AI, because they unfortunately just aren't quite competitive enough to make things interesting. So, with that in mind, we've got 5 laps here in Silverstone, a bit of a sprint race before even MotoGP 23 has arrived, as we now bring on the power and try and get back at Jack Miller. He's had a perfect start, did the Australian. Now it's our time to attack the Aussie going into the right hand side of Stowe. So not quite close enough as this stage of the Grand Prix. Bring on the ride height device. I think it helps quite a lot coming into Stowe. We now go firm on the brakes, getting really close to Jack there. Ooh, not quite close enough for a lunge, but we really brought it in close. And now to the right hand side, possibly a lunge for turn 9. Not yet, turn 10. Oh, that was close to the rear tyre of the Desmo Tadici GP22. Now go firm on the brakes, but not too firm. Got to have a little bit of manoeuvrability with the front tyres. We'll get the change direction into the 12th corner of Farm, and down into the 30. This is where I feel always quite strong. Into the right hand side for Village. Keep it as tight as you like for the apex, too tight almost, by touching the rear jack and then going for the lunge up into the inside for the loop. Brilliantly done. We have the lead. I'm a little bit concerned with the straights here in Silverstone. I think the AI will certainly benefit with us being on power setting 1. Heart rate monitor on your right hand side there. That is a live depiction of what my heart rate was like during the recording. So now into Brooklands for the first time, and now into Luffield for turn 17. Now the 17th corner here in Silverstone is one of my favourite corners, simply because of Jorge Lorenzo's move on Marc Marquez in 2013. A move into that corner which didn't seem possible was absolutely amazing, and since then I've had my best MotoGP overtake also in that corner, which was on MotoGP 21 in Moto 2, and I happened to beat Remy Gardner on the final lap of the race. It was exhilarating, and I'll never forget that moment. Always happy to come back to Silverstone and see the 17th corner. But back to the action. Jack Miller is in pursuit. He's 0.2 of a second, maybe a 1/10.5 now. So he is in pursuit, as I just see for the first time in God knows how long, another Honda into the top 8. So Marquez now up into top 8. Pecco Bagnaia, of course, been pretty strong recently. He's down in 7th place. So we go firm on the brakes for Stowe. This is a great opportunity for us to claw back some points against the Ducati team. So onto the brakes we'll go now for the left-hand side. Very difficult corners, Vale. Easy to get it wrong. Went a little bit too tight, so I guess we didn't get it right either. The heart rate monitor is just balancing quite nicely around 91 degrees, 91 beats per minute, not degrees, what am I on about? So bringing on the power, and back onto the brakes once again for Abbey. Keep it in tight as you can, not too tight. So if you run across the rumble strip there, you do run a risk of getting a bit out of shape. Now onto the right, Jack Miller is still in behind. Can't really see where he is, but I think roughly I can gauge whereabouts he is. 0.4 of a second is not a big gap. He'll definitely have the slipstream coming into the left-hander here, and then, of course, the 2 long straights is where they are going to take the most advantage. This one being the Wellington straight, and it doesn't seem that Jack has caught us up, which is quite promising for us, but also at the same time, the AI gets stronger in MotoGP 22. The more the race gets on, the stronger they become. We will get a good indication when we cross the line in a moment. I don't think we've put in some particularly great lap times yet, but we'll get a good understanding as we cross the line to start the second lap. We were briefly the fastest man on circuit, then immediately bettered by Jack Miller, Maverick Vinales, and then Johan Zarco, number 5, in 5th place. So with the change direction now to the left, this is where I don't feel very confident. Going into Maggots, and then for the right here for turn 3, just not that confident. So back over to Beckett's. Ooh, too tight to the apex. Certainly had me worried there for a moment as we go to the right-hand side. And Jack Miller's down. Jack Miller's binned it. Jack has caused an end to his Silverstone Grand Prix. What on earth happened there? It is a difficult corner to get right, that right-hander there, but Fabio Quartararo right now on our heels. So we'll have to keep an eye out for the Frenchman. We were able to get the better out of the Aussie. Not able to get the better of Fabio just yet. But it's down to him to beat us and not us to beat him when we're in this situation right now. Fabio Quartararo, currently 3rd place in the championship, been slipping away from him. I'm certain he can still get the points, but he's got to start winning. It's been a while since we've seen Quartararo, and in fact any Yamaha, in the top step of the podium in MotoGP 22. Well, he is really closing now. The Frenchman in pursuit. As we go into Village Corner, there's been another crash behind us, a yellow flag, but of course no depiction of who it was. So Quartararo in 2nd, Vinales 3rd. Zarco, after seeing Jack Miller crash into the distance, inherits 4th. Bastianini and Bagnaia 5th and 6th. So we are taking some crucial points away from Pecco as well. Don't want him to start getting that momentum that we've seen him get into real life, of course, with the real life MotoGP season. So into Luffield for the 3rd time of asking. We'll only be doing this 2 more times after this one. Quartararo's there. Ooh, super close to the rear tyre of the LCR Honda there. Michelin's on Michelin's almost a moment ago. As we now go across the line. No improvement from lap times from anyone in the top 4. In fact, no improvements anywhere, actually. No one got the fastest lap of the race. So we are still in a solid position, but we're under serious pressure. 2 tenths is not a lot. Oh, never mind about the gap. Fabio up on the inside. Beckett's has yielded an overtake for Fabio as we now go to the... Oh, he's binned it. He's absolutely binned it. What a disaster. Championship is over now. You can't claw back this many points at round 13. We're on an absolute tear. We're constantly finishing in the podiums. Well, actually, we were until the Kimi Ring Grand Prix, but never mind about that. We've always been there or thereabouts. And if we get back onto the top step today for our 3rd victory of the season, then that's going to be 25 crucial points to the favour of the LCR Honda man. So half a second is the gap to Maverick Vinales behind. He's certainly not giving up. Very similar, very reminiscent of the real-life MotoGP race here in Silverstone. And Maverick Vinales carved his way through, pressured Pecco Bagnaia for a victory here in the British GP. So back over to the left now for Farr. Firm on the brakes, will go for the right-hander for 13 for Village. We then hold this line, move it over to the left. Defensive line, actually, for the loop. It's also a bit of an attacking line as well, so work that out. Back over to the left. Into Aintree, this is where it has me nervous. Touching the apex, the AI get really strong there. And the gap is 3.5 tenths. It's getting more and more difficult, and we've made a mess! We made a mistake into Brooklands. Will Maverick Vinales take over? He has. We're now on the back foot. Okay. We've led for 4 laps. It's now down to you, Vinales. But if we want to win, we not only have to beat Vinales, we've got to beat Zarco as well. Zarco's on a tear. We're fighting back into the first corner, nice and early on the brakes. Keep it in as tight as you can for the apex of Copse, and then we've got to attack. The second the opportunity goes, we have to attack. Heart rate is increasing because the pressure is now on. I don't feel too bad defending usually. It's the moments where like this where I get quite intense. So this could be the moment where that heart rate wanted to skyrocket to about 130. Keep an eye on that in the corner of your eye. It's already up to 115. The pressure, it's almost insurmountable. 122. An intense DrAce is an exciting DrAce, so let's see what we can produce. Back over to the right then for Stone. I always feel confident into the 8th corner. This is where the AI tend to struggle. As long as we don't, oh, that's really late on the brakes. We're going to have to lunge. Sorry, Zarco, but I had already committed. That was an aggressive move, but to be fair, we all got through there unscathed. And now back over to the club corner. A small straight. We could attack Zarco here. If not there, we will definitely have a chance going in the change of direction in a moment. Into the left. We go. Is this a move? We have to go for it. Sorry, Yarza. Oh, that's aggressive, isn't it? And now firm on the brakes for 13 for Village. Line it up for Maverick Vinales for the left-hander for the loop. Can it be done? It's close. Yes, bring on the power. We're up at the inside. Come on. Hold it. The heart rate. 133. 141. Wow. As we really have this one by the balls now. Is this ours to lose? We've gone deep into Brooklands once again. 2 tenths. It's still enough. Maverick could still get us on the acceleration if we're not careful here. What a lap time we produced on this final one. 4 or 5 tenths of a second quicker. Onto the right hand side of a woodcut. Maverick's not going to be close enough. We've done it. What a performance. What a way to win at home. So guys, we did take the victory. A 1:58.967, the fastest man on track for us, right at the death there on the final lap. Vinales second, Zarco finishes in third. So look at the championship standings, and there it is on screen. We have improved our championship lead, and Pecco has taken over second as Fabio slips down to third, 74 points behind in round 13. A look at the team championship, and LCR Hondas close the gap but still in second as Pecco Bagnaia and Jack Miller on the board to the Ducatis are leading the way quite comfortably with 26 points clear. And finally we look at the Constructors' Championship, and of course Ducati are still on top. They have 8 bikes, how the hell would they not be at the top? But 37 points is the gap, so it's certainly doable. We've just got to make sure we work hard to pursue a chance of the Constructors' Championship. But guys, that's it from me. I do hope you enjoyed. If you did, let me know in the comment section down below. Consider becoming a member and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss another DrAce video. Thanks for watching and ciao for now. Oh hi, didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite sate your appetite, then why not watch some more DrAce content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single DrAce video.